We'll have a quick look in this one. Okay, some crystals in there. Yeah. Not too bad. A little bit of crystallization on them. But the fact it takes 8 of them, that's 12 volts. So the 3S LiPo, if you wanted. Am I right? 1.5, 3, 6, 9, yeah, 12 volts. So yeah, we could put a 3S LiPo in there if I've got a suitable connector, which I have. Well, that's a shame. Fresh batteries in it, and it doesn't react to my usual transmitters, so that means I've got to go and find my bag full of them and give it a try. None of those work with it. I won't bore you by going through each one individually. So we're going to have to take it apart and have a little look, see if the power is actually getting to the receiver. And well, we might as well do a teardown, I suppose. Got a bit of a crack in the front there. Missing the fin on the back. It's a good solid car though. Can we see the details there? Dickie toys. Model 24024 stroke. Now I got my glasses on. 2.4 gigahertz. I've just been wasting my time. Why didn't I spot that earlier? Oh, right. Okay, 2.4 gigahertz. Well, I doubt whether that will match anything that I've got, but we'll give that a try instead. Well, no surprise there, but it doesn't bind with any of these 2.4 gigahertz transmitters. So we'll just take it apart and have a look inside. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looks like 8 screws. Bonus flower. Okay, so what have we got? We've got a reasonable size looking motor there. Not much to look at there as far as the receiver goes. MKUN 2G4RX version 1.2 DCT it looks like. So if we want that to work like a normal car, the easiest fix is take that off, stick another receiver on there, plug the motor in, plug the steering in. What have we got for steering? Okay, so we've got a geared motor in there, obviously, that's turning a cam there that's pushing the steering side to side. Doesn't look like it's proportional steering because it's got a spring to bring it back to the centre. It's only got 2 wires going to it. Back axle's clearly got differential because we can spin the wheels in opposite directions. Do we really want to have a look in there? I suppose so. I've got somebody who keeps asking me to take the gearboxes apart. And we could have a look at the steering while we're at it, couldn't we? So, we'll zoom in a bit. Let's see if we can have a look at the steering. Looks like it clips apart. Nice clip there. I suspect we've got to undo this first. So I was saying earlier, it all looks fairly substantial, fairly solid. Oh, is that just going to lift off? It will. Undo that screw. I mean, that's so close to an ordinary RC servo in its general shape. That might be a fairly easy conversion to change that to a proper servo. Looks to me like we've got to undo that, then we can undo those clips, and then we might be able to see inside. Oh, that's a bit tight. Right. So that's our cam that does the actual steering. Thought that might just pull off. It might just need a bit more pull than I'm trying to give it. Yeah, I was just being a bit gentle. Okay, that's got a keyway in it, so we can put it back the right way. And then this, alright, I have to use a screwdriver. It's going to come over there. It's going to come over there. Oh, back's coming off. Not much to see at the back end, other than just the motor. So we'll put that back in place. Can we get the front off? Yeah. Alright, let's hold that in position. Ooh, quite a few gears there, all falling off. So we've got a significant reduction gear going on there. That bit fell off of there, so can we ease that back in place? Yeah. So is that some sort of cam protection? Let's go through this. So we've got this thing here, Oh, let's pull these right off for now. Okay, we've got two shafts there. We've got this thing. Ah, I see. As that spins up, those go out, don't they? Spread out. So that's what's gripping on the inside of there. So that's some sort of protection, I suppose I'd call it. A slipping clutch. But as the motor spins up, those must come out and grip the inside of there. Interesting. And then that gear there drives the bigger gear there. Smaller gear there drives the bigger gear there. I reckon that one probably goes, yeah, back to there. So that small gear drives the bigger gear there, and that gear drives the one that drives this bit, that drives this bit. Hope all that's in focus. And at the back end, so all we've got there is the motor and space for the wires. So I should be able to push that back in place. Yeah, there's a, I don't know if we can see, there's a hole in there for the shaft to go into. And then there's a peg there to hold that in place. So that's all back in place quite nicely. And then that keyway went on there. And then that which is made up of a few pieces, or two pieces. Yeah, again, I would think that's a bit of a stress release thing. A little bit of give, yeah. That's going to fit on there. And then that peg sits in the steering arm there, or rod. And then we got this bit is spring loaded to centre it. And just there is a steering adjuster which has got a cross head on the top of it that we can turn just to adjust the steering a bit. So can we get that back in place? That looks like it all fits in fairly simply. Oh, got to put that screw back in, haven't we? Wrong one. Make sure we get the right one. Okay, that's back in there. That's back in there. That all sits together nicely. Okay, so that's the front end. pull that off just to show you the spring. Oh, I think we can see it. You see there's a spring in there, just an ordinary coil spring holding the two ends of this metal wishbone effect together. Right, so which wheel was which? That fits on there. That fits in there. Just push that one out back in place. Yep. So yeah, if we wanted to convert this to full hobby grade radio control, I mean quite why you'd want to, I'm not sure, but you could. And that does look like you could fit a nice Metal Gear servo straight in there. Might have to make up some straps to hold it still, but that'll fit straight in there, and the front of the servo, just stick the peg into there and you'd have proportional steering.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.